Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's all about racing. In this episode, we're going to take a look at this number 91 Porsche 911 RSR. This was a tribute livery to the 1970 first win for Porsche with the number 23 car, which you can see in this two-box set here in the back, with that original Salzburg white and red livery. Now this is a limited edition car, number 345 out of 2020, and it comes in this Porsche Dealership Limited Edition Box. You can see there with that acrylic jewel cover, there's a cool picture of the two Porsches racing in the background of the box. On the side of the box is the number 91, which is the number of this particular car. There is also a number 92 car in black and white, part of the same series. And the back of the box has 1970. Well, folks, the details on this car are just phenomenal. It's a Spark. I mean, what can you say? Inside and out looks very, very sharp. This is a two-color car, red on one side, white on the other, which we're going to look at it in a second. You can see the number 1970 in the red stripes that you have on the car. Again, a tribute to their win in 1970, their first at Le Mans. Now, this particular car, the 911 RSR, was developed in 2017 to compete in the FIA LM GTE category, as well as the IMSA GT LM class here in the States. Unfortunately, this particular series of cars was discontinued by IMSA last year, and the FIA is stopping the use of it next year in favor of the universal and less expensive GT3 category. So essentially, the factory teams and the work teams are going to be gone. Kind of a shame. The Porsche 911 RSR was designed by Grant Larson and was built by Porsche. The chassis is carbon fiber monocoque. That's probably no surprise to anybody. And the engine is the mid-engine legendary Porsche M9780 naturally aspirated flat 6. And note that the cars in this class have had exhausts that come out the side, as you can see on this one, or I hope you can see it. There you go. See that right in front of the rear wheel there? And others have had it coming out the rear. This particular model, one of the side exhausts, which I kind of like. The transmission is a 6-speed sequential semi-automatic with paddle shifters and has a power output of about, I think it is 503 horsepower as regulated by BOP. Now here's a cool look at the white side of the car. Through 2020, in the WEC series, these cars have had 10 wins and 10 poles, and the IMSA WeatherTech series, 10 wins and 6 poles. Not too bad for just 3 years. The car has won 1 constructor championship in both IMSA and the FIA WEC, and 1 driver's championship in IMSA and 2 in the WEC. Pretty cool. And this is a good look at the interior of the car, and as you can see, I mean, the details in this thing are they're just phenomenal, guys. I mean, it's a Spark. What can I say? It doesn't get any better than this, and these Porsches are just really, really cool. Over here, you can see the little attention to details. Like, look at that little tiny, see that little silver pull tab by that red circle? That's for the air jack. I mean, that's the kind of detail you get. What you see up here on the top of the car, this L shape, that is called a pitot tube. That measures air speed. And of course, you have other aerials on there that you can clearly see. And here's a cool look at the back of the car. I mean, just phenomenally done. I love that big old rear wing. Look how massive that thing is. And here's a good look at the back of it, period. You can see that massive rear diffuser done in red. You have more white back here than you do red. The beautiful taillights on it. The big rear wing. And of course, you have that massive black engine cover. Bear in mind, this is a mid-engine car, not a rear engine 911. So the engine's close up to the cabin, and you can see the louvers there. I'd imagine to bring in air and distribute heat as well. Now I'm going to bring us back to look at this again. Over the rear wheel hub, you're going to see the names of Hans Hermann and Richard Atwood, the drivers of the 917 Porsche that won the 1970 Le Mans. This being a tribute car, with that Salzburg livery, also has that on both the passenger side, and you will find that tribute on the driver's side as well, just in white print because, of course, the car is red. As I mentioned, this is number 345 out of 2020 that they made, and that concludes this episode of It's All About Racing. Hope you've enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up. Take care.